What's up, dude? Zach Evnish.
Joe DeFranco.
Joey D in the hizzy.
In the new pimped out office.
Yeah, newly renovated Joe D's employee. So what we want to tell you guys about is new business product that's an extension of the Law Secrets of Strength. A lot of guys were asking, or a lot of guys and girls were saying, hey, you guys came out with the Law Secrets of Strength seminar. You touched upon some of the business stuff, but it was mostly training. Now we're talking fully about training, so we're giving them 2 hours on DVD of a live seminar. It was a closed-door mastermind that we had with about 8 guys that came in to meet with us. We answered all their questions, and then actually the stuff that we couldn't cover that came to us through email, we answered on an audio CD. So Joe's going to break down some of the stuff we talk about. I'm going to give you a little bit of highlights of what we talk about. And at the very end of this video, you're also going to see some added footage of the quality of information we're going to hook you guys up with. So, Joe, tell them some of the stuff we got.
We made a couple bullet points of the stuff you guys asked us. The main thing that everybody always wants to know is how we got started. And number one, you know, you want to start a business, or you're working at a gym and you want to start your own thing. How do you do it? Like, what's square one before you have any clients? That's, you know, first and foremost the foundation of how do you get started. We both went into detail about how we started that. Number two, another big thing is getting your name out there. Now you might have 1 or 2 clients, but how do you kind of capitalize on that, and how do you leverage different aspects of your business that are successful? And then not only in your own town and in your own neighborhood, but one of the things that myself and Zach have been pretty successful with is marketing all over the country and all over the world via our websites and YouTube. So again, just having a YouTube page or just having a website doesn't always get traffic to your site. Like a lot of people say, you might have a blog, but the only person reading your blog is you. So we go over how do you get, you know, tons of people from all over the world to read your blog, to go onto your YouTube pages, and we give our little secrets to success with that. And then who else? We give you some great recommendations of, if nobody's going to your site right now, who are some people that we recommend you go to and write for other sites and do some other things. And also how to care for your clients is another big thing. A lot of people love to know, how do we grow our businesses in these little warehouse and garage gyms? How is it profitable with still maintaining the quality and integrity of your training? So we go over how we really have mastered the group training atmosphere, how we pair groups of athletes together. You might have a housewife with an athlete, they want to come at the same time. How do you continue to get them the quality of training without, you know, watering down your program? And a lot of people wanted to hear about that, so we went over that, and then it gives Zach some other bullet points that we covered.
Awesome stuff that we covered. Obviously, we're going to pimp our own stuff out.
It's always awesome stuff.
It's always awesome stuff, but seriously, if I look back to like when I started, if I could have had this in my hands, or even when I was like training the guys out of my garage, or when I first opened up the warehouse gym, even today, the things we covered, it was not only powerful, but even a reminder. So wherever you are in your business, we talk about our systems and our rules. The systems we use for putting groups together, like Joe was saying, the organization, but also what do you do when somebody new comes? What kind of program do they go through? How do they progress to the groups? What do you do when you've got, like Joe said, a mixture of people? You guys could be training athletes and non-athletes. How do you mix them together? How do you make the most of your time? And basically, leverage is going to be the major factor that we speak about. Because we train athletes, a big concern is how do you deal with the parent that's trying to control the way you train their son or daughter? How do you deal with coaches that are trying to give you information on how you need to train? So we speak about how we communicate with them and how we make it work to our benefit and allow you to run your business according to your rules and not be pulled down by basically outsiders. Opportunities come our way in very different formats, from magazines and different people that come to us, and teams or athletic clubs. A lot of you guys want to know, do you charge them? Do you reduce pricing? How do you organize them? How do you leverage that opportunity into greater opportunities? So we speak about leveraging opportunity from different people, different places, basically different things, whether it's person, magazine, TV, or any kind of media. How do you guys take payments. We talk about that. That's a huge thing. We go into not only how we do it, but we go about our mistakes, how we started in the beginning, how we've changed our membership options to have lower attrition rates, meaning less people leave our facility, so we basically have recurring income. So our income comes from our existing clients, not always trying to find new clients. And probably my favorite one is we get into our top business rules, like the rules that we live by and the rules that we think you need to live by to build a successful business, not one that runs your life, but one that you're able to run and also take time away, whether it's for vacation or if you're doing business travels or family time or just chill out time for yourself. We talk about those things. So you're getting one DVD that has 2 hours of footage on it. That's the Closed Door Mastermind, plus the audio CD, which is like 55 minutes, 57 minutes of Q&A that Joe and I discuss. And if you invest in this, basically if you pick up one client from it, one client for 1 month, it's already covered.
You got your investment back.
You got your investment back. You're probably going to listen to it over and over again. The CD you could pop into your car and, you know, turn your car into a moving library. And below this video, check out a video. Basically, you can see the quality of information we're going to hook you up with and how in-depth we get. We don't hold anything back. Joe and I talk about like our big breakthrough into the beginning of our business, so it was cool. So this is the Lost Secrets of Strength, the business files. This may be the last chapter of Lost Secrets.
This could be the last lost secret. And if I could just, one quick thing, as Zach is talking, that when we went back and we reviewed all the material from the seminar and our audio CD, the biggest thing, as I was watching that, I looked up on my bookshelf at home and I see 50 to 75 business books and how long it took me to read all those and how long Zach has traveled and read all the books. The biggest value to this is basically we took the best, it's like the Cliff Notes version of the best 50 business books out there and made it real world, real life. Again, we're not business guys. We did what we love to do for a living. We learned along the way, and a lot of the things that are covered in this series is things that people take for granted and little things that you don't read in the business books. So the biggest value is it's like the Cliff Notes are the best of the best stuff that everybody's busy. You can't go and read 50 to 75 books anymore. You got to get out there working, training people. So it's basically you're going to learn in a fraction of the time, and you're going to get our rules, which you'll find out are breaking a lot of the main rules that you're going to read about in books that just don't work in the real world. And if one thing, again, not to pimp us out because it's our series, is we learned what worked in the real world because we're really doing it. We're living proof that you can make a profitable living running a warehouse or a garage gym. And you know, we did it our way and the way that works, and now we're sharing years and tens of thousands of hours of experience right here in this DVD and CD.
What's also cool, last one, guys, is the two different places that we come from. So Joe started immediately after college and began in the business, so you're going to get that aspect. And then for those of you that have families or you're married or you're trying to do it part-time and you work a 9 to 5, you'll get that aspect from me of how I did that and how I left my teaching job, which was a very
big risk for this guy. Give him credit.
It was crazy, but you're going to see how I built it up and what was the right time financially that allowed me to safely do it. So you're going to get two really cool angles, and we know there's a lot of you out there. There's some of you that are younger and you want to get into it right after college. Some of you, like me, you already had a career or have a career, and now you're trying to basically slide your way out to do what you love. So that's what it is, and thanks for watching. You will love it, and that's it.
And we got the two clips that we also have some highlights from the seminar that you can check out. Cool. That'll probably be on this page.
Nice. Thanks, baby. Peace.